There we go. That looks like about 1.3 inches. If you can see it, it's kind of still dark outside. I was gonna walk up on the dam, but I might not do that. That clay is not hard yet.
So you guys are seeing why I don't do how-to videos, because I'm terrible at how-to videos.
See if we can get our gate open. Do a little bit of checking and see what all's going on out here.
I was raced off of Route 3, out past where the blacktop ends. We'd walk to church on Sunday.
Nice to see storm clouds again. My goodness, I never thought I'd be glad to see it storming.
That's where I first saw Mary, on that roadside picking blackberries. That summer I turned a corner in my soul.
Hey guys, how are y'all? Good morning from beautiful southeast Oklahoma. Welcome to Flyover News. Yes, we are Flyover News. Man, it has finally rained. We have not had rain since August the 10th. I went back and checked. August the 10th was the last time it rained anything at all. And so the ground has been so dry. I'm sure it will take several rains before stuff starts running off and filling our ponds and all that kind of stuff. But we're really glad that it's rained. It rained last night. We had a bunch of heavy thunder and lightning and 1.3 inches of rain. Cooper and I are about to get out and go for our little cattle drive. We're going to drive through the community and out here in the sticks and see what all's happened, what all's rained. I bet that wind is not doing this camera any good at all. We'll see when we get back in. Anyway, we appreciate you guys watching. We are Flyover News. If you like this video or you like this channel or you just like these kind of videos, please give us a like and subscribe to our channel and set the notifications button so you get notified. You guys know all of that. Thanks again for watching. We appreciate it. You guys have a good day.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Ground control to Major Tom. 7, 6, commencing countdown, engines on. 2, check ignition and may God's love be with you. This is ground control to Major Tom. You've really made the grade, and the papers want to know who's judge.
Hang in there, string bean. Okay, this now we're gonna put a loose shield on it. So what it's called, a loose shield? A loose shield? This is like a bandage. It's supposed to, that's what it looks like.
Like aluminum.
It's like aluminum foil. He doesn't like that.
You didn't like that.
That's all right.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. You're good. You're gonna be so handsome.
Holy cow, it looks like aluminum foil.
You're gonna be so
That's
handsome.
interesting.
Yeah. Good boy.
Okay. All right, we're on now. We'll let him out. How you doing, string bean? I know. He said, I don't care for that. You look kind of funny. That's all right. That'll help seal that up. We're gonna try to seal it up and keep them flies from bothering you and keep the infection out. All right. That's the goal. Okay. Well, the creek is really way down. That island right there is generally completely covered up. Over there, I'm gonna zoom in. You can see two holes in the bank. There's one right there and there's one right there. Those are big if you get over to them, and they are beavers. Beavers live up in there. What happens, generally those are underwater. The beaver will swim in there and then they've dug it out so that they can go up into the bank, because the bank goes up a lot over there. And they'll be above the water level up in the bank in there, and they go in there, they can sleep, hang out, play dice, play
Have
cards,
little ones.
have little ones. They do, cook dinner, all the things that beavers do when they're not out in the creek. Anyway, they go up in those holes where they're safe, and then when they get ready to come out, they come down into the water, swim out, and wreak havoc on your ponds. So that's what those are. I think maybe I can get the fire girl to swim up in there and wade up in there with a Bowie knife and take care of those beavers. What do you think?
I think you're gonna need a new fire girl.
I'm a different fire girl, huh? I need a Bowie knife girl, not a fire girl, I guess. Yeah. All right. Taking a quick break. So this is the gate where we crossed the branch back behind the house. We come up into the middle 5 acres. It's had a 10-foot gate on it. That just isn't really wide enough for baling equipment. I mean, everything drags when it goes through. So I bought a new 12-foot gate that's leaning up there. Pulled up these old posts on this side, and I'm setting some new posts. We'll put a new H-brace there and be able to tie the fence off to it and mount a 12-foot gate there. Do a little bit of dirt work right through there, smooth all that out, widen that out a little bit through there, and it'll be pretty good. Steers are looking great. We're gonna get this pasture mowed tomorrow. Young guy lives pretty close. I'm gonna pay him to mow it. He's got a big tractor. He can mow it in a hurry. And we'll get this mowed down to the winter length. And we're just a couple of weeks from these guys being sold. They have done their thing. They've grown really good. It's kind of hard to tell when you're just filming like this, but they've gotten much bigger from where we got them. How you doing there, Buster? That one's a little shorter, but he's fat. He's good shape. You guys doing good? Everybody doing all right? Cooper's checking it out. Yeah. Patches and Sam. You guys doing okay? Good job, Sam. Everybody all right? That's good. So this has come out good. Like I say, that gate right there is just 10 foot, and that opening has been 10 foot for about 60 years. But we tore the H-brace down on this side. I set 2 posts. They're in concrete. They're nice and deep. They'll be great. We'll put the cross piece in tomorrow after this all sets up, and then we'll come back and tie wire onto it here. We'll cut the wire right by that post. We'll tie wire on, wrap that nice and tight, and I've got a new gate that I set up to go right there. It's a 12-foot gate, so we'll have a 12-foot opening there, and we can get through easier. At some point, I'll come back and rework all this too, probably sometime. But that post right there is huge, and it's deep, and it's not going anywhere. So I'll be able to hang this gate on it for sure. That's my nice new gate, little 12-footer. It should be dandy, and we'll get it hung tomorrow. Should be able to get it hung tomorrow, assuming it's not raining. You know, it hadn't rained in 2.5 months. It's dry, everything's dusty dry, but they say it's supposed to. We're supposed to get a 70% chance of rain tomorrow. And I've got some rocks and stuff. We're gonna fill this in and build this up a little bit. And we're gonna scrape that down on that side and widen that whole spot coming through here so we can get stuff pulled in and out easier. It's a little hard pulling trailers and stuff through it, but it'll work good. There's the cross piece that I'm gonna put in tomorrow. So that's a punt. We'll do that nice and easy and be in good shape. What do you think, Cooper? Everything good with you? Yep. And yes, you know, I thought about doing pipe right there, and I've got the pipe, but I can do this wood so much faster. And at some point, you know, if it needs to be replaced, I'll come back with pipe. But for right now, I just put up the wood and be done with it. So this little pond here has a spring in it. If it didn't, it would be dried up. All the creeks are dried up. Everything around this part is dried up. It's been so long since it rained anything substantial. And so, but yeah, it is spring fed. When it's full, when it's been raining, you know, it's up, it's pretty close to this bench up in here, up in those rocks. So it's down a good 4 or 5 feet, but it keeps water in it. It'll keep them watered and give them something to drink. So I drug this pond yesterday with an old drag I'd made a long time ago. It's a chain link fence with a couple of posts on it, and a couple of concrete blocks. Drug out pretty good, pretty smooth. Got most of the ridges out of it. It's still hilly when you go down in there. I'd love for it to have been completely flat, but there were so many big rocks in here. We couldn't go any deeper here, and like to have been about another 3 or 4 feet deep there, but we couldn't. And then in the back, it is 3 or 4 feet deeper right back there, but we hit the water table. So it's about as deep as we could get with it, and overall I'm pretty pleased. There's gonna be a lot of water in it. If it rains tomorrow, like they say, this will be our last chance to see it nice and fresh like this. Sun's going down. It's gonna be evening here pretty quick. We got to get everything locked up. Well, I had to shoo the cows off. Those guys are nosy. They want to know what's going on. So I got the cross piece in my H-brace. Got a pin in this way. I'll come from the bottom with my stretch wire. Got that pinned up. Those cows, they were troublemakers. They are curious Georges. They want to know what's going on. Anyway, that should be pretty close. It should be about the same height as the one over there. I don't know, somewhere in there. So I didn't film much of putting this together. You know, most of the people that watch my videos, they know what's going on here. They're just watching me do stuff that they all do. But for those of you that don't know, if you're putting this cross piece in here, this pin is about from here to somewhere right in here long. You buy them at Tractor Supply. So you drill all the way through, and then you also drill a hole into this from this side so that the pin goes inside this post. And then on this side, you get a shorter pin, and it's mostly inside. It's in here inside the post, and it goes into about here. It's the shorter pin. So you drill into this post before you put it together. You drill into this cross piece, and you put the pin in it. You slide it up in the hole, and then you do the same thing over here. You slide this all together, knock this out, then knock it in, pull this out, and then knock it in with a hammer, and it goes through and it holds it in place. And then next, we're gonna put a wire to tighten it and keep it tight so the H brace will stay tight. And so what you do, the rule is that I'm going to be stretching wire going that way with this H brace. So you want to come off the bottom down here with a wire, tie wire, and go up to the direction that you're stretching. So I'm going to run a wire over this pin, and I'll drive a nail down here in the bottom, and we'll stretch the wire. The wire needs to go like that, the direction you're going. There's nothing magic about it. Everyone does it different. I'm going to drive 16 penny nail in it right down there and hook the wire up. I've got a little stretcher ratchet, you'll see, and there's nothing magic about this. I'm sure everyone does it a little different. There's tricks and trades, and that's just the way I do it. It always works. And so for those of you that don't know, like I say, I know everybody watching my videos, they know what I'm doing. They got their own way, and they probably say, well, I don't do it quite like that. But anyway, that's what I do. Okay, 16 penny nail hammer. That ought to be a big enough hammer to drive that nail in, I suppose. Okay, you can see I've driven the nail in. I've left just enough out of it that the wire will go underneath that nail. It'll go up both sides. It'll go over that pin that's sticking out on the other side. Hey, how are you? I forget what this wire's called. So I forget what this wire's called. You know, I always say Tractor Supply because that's the only place around here I have this close is Tractor Supply. It's a long ways to anything else. So I get this at Tractor Supply. It's not expensive. I found that you can buy one big roll of it and it'll last you probably your lifetime. On a different note, Fire Girl has joined us. She's up and around this morning. She just walked all the way up from the house. Welcome, Fire Girl. How are you?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm just awesome. I'm doing great. How about you?
Fine.
I saw Russell go by a little bit ago.
Okay.
I think him and Connor will be over a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so you tie this little ratchet on. There's a way you do this. You go through it, under it, back down through, then wrap it around and it'll suck up tight. And you pull this through here like this. We're going to ratchet this ratchet. Turn the ratchet so you can see it. There you go. We're going to ratchet it. We've got a little ratchet device right here. We're underneath this nail and we'll be on top of right there. And we'll see if we can pull this all tight. I'll work this down into the middle, so I'll work this down in the middle, so I'll have room. Suck it up nice and tight. Getting tighter. So we'll go another round or two and try not to break it. Okay, this is pretty tight. Not super tight, but it's pretty tight. The thing is, we can come back and tighten it real easy if it loosens. And you want this on the side away from where you're going to do the barbed wire. So I'm going to run the wire down this side. So that way you'll have wire on the inside here. I don't have to fight with the wire to tighten it back up or loosen it, whatever I need to do. We like to go one more round, but it seems like every time I go one more part, I snap it. Here we go. One more notch. Okay, we're gonna call that good. And now we'll just string some wire on it. This should hold it all together nice and tight. It didn't pull it up out of the ground or anything. And so it'll pull the top this way. We'll tie a wire off of here and we'll stretch it nice and good. That's that. I tell you, I gotta be honest, I like cool weather. I like cool. It's been damp. I can take or leave the damp. I don't mind it. Got a lot of leaves to clean up at some point here. But it's that time of year, we have to wait till all these come down and then we'll get the blower and get this all cleaned up. But Cooper, are you taking care of business? That's a good thing. Yeah, I like damp weather. I like cool weather. I sure don't like hot, 104 degrees and dusty. Don't care for that. But this is good. This is good. We've needed this. We need about 10 more inches is what we really need. Cooper, let's go to the shop. Let's go get the Ranger. It's in the shop. Let's go to the shop. No, not the area. You go that way. Hang on, I'll be right there.
Oh, the sun's gonna shine in my life once more.
You decided to come down and talk to String Bean. How's String Bean? How you doing?
And things are
Everything all right? You feeling okay?
Word for and love's gonna live here again. Love's gonna live here.
We'll be back, String Bean. Hang on.
Love's gonna live here again. No more loneliness, only happiness. Love's gonna live here again. I hear
Cooper has to let him know that he's coming.
I hear birds are singing. Love's gonna live here again. I hear bees are humming.
Yeah, we're going to sell these steers in a couple weeks. And one good thing about it is we won't have to close this gate every single time we go through it. We keep it closed, you know, at night when we're not here and stuff. But as it is, we close it every single time we go through it. Cooper. Hey, it's okay. They're just coming up. They think we're going to feed them. We're not. They think we are. Okay. All accounted for. Everybody is here. We'll drive over and see how the pond looks. Got a little bit of water standing right here. Pretty big puddle back there behind. That'll give me something to fill and work on. Yeah, it needs this rain. This rain's good. Kind of pack things down and settle things a little bit. Well, I was going to walk up on the dam, but I might not do that. That clay is not hard yet. You can see out in there though, starting to stand some water. All right, so I got my gate all finished yesterday. It came out really good. We're really happy. Got a 12-foot gate on it. It had a 10-foot, and it, you know, in the old days, 10-foot was wide enough when this was built for equipment, but with today's equipment, you know, you need at least 12. I contemplated 16. I just didn't want to put a 16, and I didn't want to put 2 8s. So I went with a 12. Brand new gate. This all came out good. The H-brace came out good. Got the wire all stretched out, tied, and we even tightened that fence up. So that all came out really nice. And I widened this drive through here, you know, because it was real steep. I mean, it went straight up like right there and right there. So I shaved them off with the tractor, and right now it's muddy. It's going to be muddy for a while till it packs down. But after we get it just like we want it, then I'm going to haul some rocks, because we have pulled up tons and tons of rocks over by the pond. We're gathering those. We'll gather all those up. We'll lay these in here for a base, and then maybe have some gravel put on it. And that'll make that much nicer than it's been. So anyway, yeah, our gate's great. We're happy with the gate. Closes just right. And this part is done.